Hello, friends. All right, we'll wait for everyone to get here, and then we'll get started, 'cause it's going to be a quick one today. Quick one today. All right, I'm going to put the shopping link right here in the comments. So this is where you can find like all of basically everything I'll be sharing about. All the makeup and the tools and things like that. And we'll get started. Hi, guys. How are we all? Let me get a hair tie. Hold on. Okay. Hi, friends. How are we? Okay, so like I said, I'm going to do kind of like a barely there makeup look. I just have like a few things to do today, but I didn't really want to like get like so dressed up, whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do like the bare minimum, which I feel like after yesterday's makeup tutorial, I did like a what kind of makeup wedding. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak today. I need more coffee. I did a wedding makeup look yesterday. So kind of changing it up. We're going to do like a barely there makeup look today. How about that? How about that? So I think my link disappeared. Hold on. Okay. So we'll get started. So for coverage, let's talk before coverage. I always do my pre-makeup routine. Even if we're doing a makeup look that's like nothing at all, this is still going to, fun fact, I actually even do this pre-makeup routine when I'm not even going to be wearing makeup that day. And that's because it helps to contain my oils in my skin, helps me from like touching my face all day because I feel like I have like something on there. Is anyone else like that? If I have nothing on my skin, I feel like I'm just rubbing my face all day long. But when I do at least something, a BB cream, something on my skin, I tend to not touch my face, which, if you know, your hands are so oily and so dirty. And when you put your hands on your face, you cause blemishes and breakouts. So what I'm getting at is even when I'm not wearing makeup, I still do this pre-makeup routine. And what it is I do the mattifying face primer and the setting spray. So I spray my face with the setting spray. I apply the mattifying face primer all over, and then I do the setting spray again. And even if you're doing the barely there makeup look, I still recommend to do this makeup pre-makeup routine. It will literally be incredible. I do self-tan, yes. I use this brand right here called Glow Pro. Let me give you the link. Self-tanning. I know Unique just came out with a self-tanner, but I've been a huge fan of this one. And I always tell you guys, I don't use Unique because I sell it. I sell it because I use it. And if I tried their self-tanning drops, and to be totally honest, I didn't get like the darkest tan from it. And I like my self-tanner that I use, so, and that's okay. So I personally would use the self-tanning drops on my face. I did like the texture and the consistency of that. But as for, I'm going to do a whole self-tanning tutorial. How about that? Because I feel like that's a very common question about self-tanner and how to apply it and where and what and all the things. Do I have plastic surgery? I have never had any plastic surgery. Actually, that's not true. I had a breast lift like 3 years ago, and that's it. Fun fact about me. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the barely there coverage. So when I'm even putting on makeup that I don't really want to wear a ton of makeup, I still have my little insecurities, just like any woman. My insecurities will always be my under eyes. They are drastically 1001% better than how they were a couple years ago from skincare, but this is going to be always my sweet spot. So for me, even if I'm doing the barely there makeup, I still will do a little bit of concealer on my under eye just to kind of give myself a little bit of coverage there. I'm going to blend this in now with my blending bud. So this is going to just kind of take away that edge to my under eyes. So this is going to kind of mute my redness around my eyelids. It's going to hide my dark circles without making it look or feel like I have a ton of coverage on or anything like that. It's just simply going to hide my dark circles, which, yes, please. If you haven't used this concealer yet, I cannot recommend it enough. It's called the Skin Solution Concealer. It has caffeine infused in it, so it's also giving you an anti-puffing little doodad underneath your eyes. It's incredible, you guys. I cannot recommend it enough. And I'm just taking like whatever's left all over and just kind of blending that out, because you don't want it to look like you just put concealer on and that was it. So I'm just going to kind of smoosh this around. And then if I have like any type of little redness or little tiny blemish, I have one right there and one right there. I'll just use it in that little area too. So just blending this in with the blending bud, just like so. How do you know what color? Dana, message me here on Facebook and I'd be so happy to help you figure out what color you are. Or just comment color match in the comments. If you want to be color matched for this concealer, I mean, look at how soft, it doesn't look like I have anything on my skin. But you can't see my redness anymore. You can't see my dark circles like you could before. I'm telling you, just a teeny tiny bit of concealer is sometimes all we need. I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of a contour just to kind of give myself a little bit of warmth and a little bit of coverage to my skin as well. I'm using this stick foundation in the shade Chenille for this. So this is technically a foundation, and it's obviously a darker color than what I normally would wear. And that's because I want it to give me the illusion that I'm like bronzed and sun-kissed and just warmth to my skin. So it's almost going to give the illusion that we have like a full makeup look on, but really all we have is a tad bit concealer on our under eyes and our contour. And this is also going to add that warmth to your complexion. So this is like the routine if you are not a fan of makeup because you're not really wearing any. Is it going to use the new concealer that has dry skin? Yes, absolutely. My mom actually has combination skin and she loves it, especially for the fact that she has a lot of puffiness on her under eyes. She really loves that. So I'm just going to blend this out all over underneath my jawline and then also in my, oops, hold on. I accidentally pressed something I didn't want to press. Oh well, hold on. Okay, fix that later. So, going to just blend this out all over, just like that. And then look at that really pretty warmth to our skin. So all I have on right now is a teeny tiny bit of concealer, a teeny tiny bit of a little bit of a contour, which again, we use the shade Chenille in the stick foundation, and this is a really good option if you're wanting that just that warmth to your skin. It looks like I have foundation on, but really we don't at all. So now I'm going to set my under eye because I don't want my concealer to crease throughout the day. So I'm going to spritz it with my setting spray, and then I'm going to grab my setting powder for this part. And I'm just going to use this to set my under eye, like I just said, just so my concealer doesn't crease. And this will also help to minimize the appearance of pores, so you can use it other places. But for me, for just this little situation, I'm just using it to prevent my concealer from moving around, just like so. And I'm using it in a baking technique. So what baking is, it's essentially just using a lot of product and applying that all over and then letting that draw out the natural oils of your skin. So because we're only using it in these very like minimal spots, it's not going to dry out your skin. It's not going to accentuate anything. And even if you are more dry skin, you can actually set it with your pressed powder as opposed to a setting powder to achieve a similar look. So when you do set it, you will mattify it. So now you can see a little bit of disconnect. So I am going to use my pressed powder in the shade Taffeta just to give my overall skin like a very soft appearance. Because I don't want it to look like I have like makeup on in one spot. You know what I mean? You want it to just like flow. So I'm using it on a big giant kabuki brush and I'm just applying this, kind of using a heavier hand than I normally would with a pressed powder, only because we're not really, this isn't like I'm setting anything. It's more like this is my foundation, if that makes sense. So this is also a really good little routine if you have more mature skin and you just aren't happy with any type of coverage you're using, whether it be stick or liquid or spray or anything. So this would be a good option. So now it doesn't look like, again, I have anything on my skin, but I have that full coverage. I have that, not full coverage, I'm sorry. I have that light coverage, have that warmth to my skin. You can still see my skin doesn't look like I have anything on. The brand of brushes I prefer are actually from Unique, but the only brush that I don't use that's that I do use that's not from them is that powder brush. So you can message me and I'll give you the link to it. But other than that, I love Younique's brushes. The setting powder brush I use for my blush. The tapered blusher brush I use for my contour. The kabuki brush I use for my foundation. So all of those are available on the website as well. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of blush in the shade Sisterly, and this is going to give us that like pretty, like dewy look. Doughy look. That'd be funny. And this is going to give us that really gorgeous illumination to our skin. So I'm just going to pop this on the apple of my cheek, working up to the hairline. And if you're looking for a blush that looks phenomenal with any makeup look you do, this is it. Look at that. It acts as a highlight and blush all in one. So it's going to give you that really soft, gorgeous, dewy. Now I'm afraid that I'm going to say dewy makeup look. Yeah, I got my nails done yesterday. Okay, so now for brows. Always fill in my brows, even if I'm not really doing like a crazy makeup look. Always fill in my brows. So I'm going to go from the tear duct straight up and kind of cap that off right here. And then follow that to the arch. And then same thing down below. And then color in. So I always kind of think of this little, not a saying, but more of like a general rule of thumb where you're just going to outline and then color in. But this brow pencil makes it so easy to do. Has a retractable tip so you never have to worry about sharpening it. It's just so simple. Okay, so same thing on this side. Follow that tear duct straight up. Go from the corner to the arch. Same thing down below. And again, if you need to be color matched for foundation, for concealer, for eyebrow pencil, whatever you need, just comment color match in the comments and I'll be so happy to help you. But the brow pencil in blonde just restocked. I know some of you guys were waiting on that. And then all of the pressed powders pretty much have all restocked, which is exciting. Oh my gosh, right? Sisterly is so good. Yes, I do dermablade my face probably every like 6 weeks or so, I'd say. All right, so brows are done. I'm going to go with a little bit of eyeliner just here on my water lines. Down below and up top. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with my mascara. Actually, I'm going to set my makeup first. Okay, I'm going to use my setting spray. And you guys, even if you're not doing like a full makeup look, that is going to be so important. It's going to add moisture into your powders. It's going to add moisture into your skin. It's going to make everything just look so much softer on your complexion and helps also prevent it from transferring. It's a very, very important step to make sure you're finishing with. I like doing it before I do my mascara, but to each their own. For me, that works the best because then my mascara doesn't like transfer or isn't more wet or anything like that. If I'm lacing the stick foundation, what would it be in the BB cream? Bisque. Color match, perfect, yes. When you do this look, do you still use your primer? Yes. So Linda, I talked about that in the beginning of the tutorial. If you missed it, I always do my setting spray, primer, setting spray routine, and that is going to ensure that my makeup looks incredible no matter if I'm doing full coverage or even light coverage. It's gonna cap my creases, cap my pores, so everything just settles really nicely on my skin and not into my fine lines, creases, and pores. So priming is a must. They always joke around and say it's a crime not to prime, and that is so true with your makeup. You're gonna get the best results when you start doing that pre-makeup routine, which again is the Touch Behold setting spray, and I use the mattifying face primer. You are going to be blown away at those results. All right, so I'm going to take the lash primer first, which is that white tube, and that's going to be like my primer. Just like I said, it's a crime not to prime. Same goes for your lashes. And then I'm going to go in with this guy right here. This is the Twisted Mascara. If you guys haven't seen, you only have a few more days to be able to get the mascara, the blush, any eyeshadow, and any lip gloss on sale in the April special. It's already listed at its discounted price, so don't miss out on that. I love that you can get this mascara on a great discount in that bundle. And this is the mascara that has the argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it. I actually had a customer the other day. She was like, I haven't grabbed the lash serum. I've only been using the Twisted Mascara. And her results alone were phenomenal for her growth that she's getting from her lashes. I was like, wow. I know it like helps your lashes grow, but I didn't consider using it all by itself and not in combination with the Esteem Lash Serum, which is only $24 and it's under lashes on my website. Cannot recommend it enough. It's so good. All right, and it has this teeny tiny little wand. All right, you guys, that was the whole makeup look. How fast and easy is that? Like I said, it was going to be a quick one today. This is like the go-to makeup look just when I want to just like, I don't know, throw out my hair, run a few errands, you know, just get things done, you know? I'm going to throw up all my hair because it's bothering my neck. Someone asked me how to do a bun. This is how I do it. And then pull forward as I go, and then I just bobby pin whatever fell. Ta-da! And then lip gloss. I almost forgot my lip gloss. I'm gonna just top it with this clear one. This is in the shade Loyal. Just like that. And this is so pretty. It literally doesn't look like I have any, like, amount of powder, has no liquid, no nothing on my skin. I love this makeup look. Sometimes I'm like, why don't I just do this every single day? So all I used, if you're just now tuning in, all I used for coverage was a tiny bit of concealer on my under eyes. We used a tiny bit of pressed powder to like even that out. And then I used the stick foundation in Chenille to contour with. That was pretty much it. Isn't that crazy? Such great coverage from minimal products. And again, if you're not a fan of liquid foundation, if you're not a fan of stick foundation, if you're not a fan of any type of foundation on your skin, this is the routine for you. You can still look beautiful. You can still look glammed up without having to wear 19,000 products and 19,000 layers. Like for instance, there's like a little bit of pressed powder right there, and that's it. That's all I have on my cheeks. Actually, I don't think I have anything over here. So, yeah. My lipstick is the shade, or not lipstick, the lip gloss is in the shade Loyal, and you can find it on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. You can actually grab these by themselves, or you can get them on sale in the April special. If your eyelet foundation, what color would be to contour? The shade Chenille is like the color across the board, unless you have unless you're a lot darker, or plan on getting really, really tan, then just message me. But Chenille is like across the board, like one of the best colors. But I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed that little quickie tutorial. I try to kind of give you guys different makeup looks to come back and watch and enjoy. But I will see you guys definitely tomorrow to do another type of makeup. Actually, maybe skincare. Maybe we'll do skincare tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.